Good morning and welcome to the latest edition of Everything is Racist. This is not a series, but maybe it should be because everything is racist and it's really crazy. Today we're talking about Chexmix because I came across TikTok. It was like a skit talking about Chexmix and I was like, oh, that's funny. And then I was like, what is Chexmix? Because you don't really think about that kind of stuff, but someone had to come up with that. And originally I was trying to figure out what like Chex meant, like C-H-E-X. So anyway, I Googled Chexmix. Chexmix, we know, is like this snack mix stuff. It's like pretzels and then like those random like cracker bits in it. The main base ingredient we all know is Chex breakfast cereal. Like, that's where it also gets its name. Okay, well, what is Chex breakfast cereal? Well, Chex breakfast cereal used to be known as shredded Ralston. And so I was like, well, where's this Ralston coming from? Because again, I'm trying to figure out what Chex means or where it originated. It used to be known as shredded Ralston. And it was produced and owned by this company called the Ralston Purina Company, and it was introduced in like the mid 20th century. Okay, so what is the Ralston Purina Company? So it was based in St. Louis. It doesn't exist anymore because it merged with Nestle to become the Nestle Purina Pet Care Company, or a division of Nestle to become that extension of the company. Okay, heard of Nestle Purina Pet Care Company? That's familiar. But anyway, let's go back to Ralston Purina. So Ralston Purina, that company was founded in the late 19th century by this guy, William Danforth, and it was established to basically produce animal feed. And he partnered with this guy, George Robinson, whatever. They're just making animal, like, feed, animal food. Then they started making breakfast cereal because they got this endorsement from this guy named Webster Edgerly to market the cereal as Ralston breakfast cereal. Again, I'm like, what is this Ralston? So Ralston comes from the term Ralstonism. Okay, what is that? Ralstonism was a social movement founded by that guy, Webster Edgerly, that, quote, promoted his pseudoscientific ideas of personal and racial hygiene, end quote. Yikes. It started as the Ralston Health Club, and this health club published this guy's writings, and it was a hierarchical organization where members were ranked according to the number of degrees they had, which ranged from 0 to 100. So this just, again, sounds really bad. And Edgerly was initially publishing these ideas under a pseudonym, Everett Ralston, and Ralston apparently was an acronym that stood for regime, activity, light, strength, temperation, oxygen, and nature. So these things that like laddered back to this sort of like these ideas of personal and then thus racial hygiene. Anyway, Edgerly saw his followers as the founding members of a new race based on Caucasians and free from impurities, and he advocated for the castration of all anti-racial, aka non-Caucasian males at birth. Conclusion, because I'm not going to go deeper into Ralstonism, is that Chex cereal exists because of this like random, crazy like white supremacist movement in the 20th century. Isn't that crazy?